everybody and welcome back. We are here for week 23 of the Altered Index 2025 challenge. This is the challenge that I'm running in my Facebook group, Non-Stop Papercrafts, and of course here on my channel. Now there are lots of other people that are following along and also doing their own videos on their own YouTube channels. Many people posting in the Facebook group, some people also doing it on Instagram. So if you want to go and grab some inspiration from others, if you just search the hashtag, you'll be able to see their works as well. Like I said, lots of people posting in the Facebook group, so if you head on over to Non-Stop Papercrafts Facebook group, you'll be able to see all of their collections there as well. So as I said, we are on week 23. The prompt for this week is time. So I have, as always, got some bits together ready. So what I'm planning on doing, so this year I'm having portrait index cards. Last year I had landscape, so this time I'm going portrait, and I've had a little rummage in my stash. Now I do have some smaller kind of time themed stamps that I'm going to be using, but I knew I had somewhere in my stash. It took me a little while to find, but I had these. I've got a feeling these were from one of the grabby boxes that I had. It was one of the scrapbooking ones, but there was loads of different clocks. Some of them have hands on, some of them do not. I was trying to find the ones that didn't, because I've got these little clock hands and I thought we could make this a little bit interactive and a little bit fun. I'm not sure which clock I want to use yet. I'll be deciding that in a minute, I think. But I've also got this girl, and I quite liked her because she's got the numbers on her t-shirt. So I was thinking of doing something along the lines of time stands still. So I'm going to have a clock with her kind of standing next to it. I've also got these flowers, so I was trying to find ones that had like pink in where she's got it in her jumper. I mean, I might even add some ink to them a little bit. I think this one's probably in closest to what she has on. And it's actually got some little writing on it. So we could possibly do something with that as well. And then for the background, I'm not making this overly complicated today. Again, I was looking at her and I was looking at her colours. So obviously she's got the pink here, but she's also got black on and some beige as well. So I've got my VersaFine black, and I've got this, it's in French, Femboise colour. But as you can see, it's a pinkish colour. And again, I was trying to match whatever was closest to her. So I'm just going to literally do a swooshing technique, if you can even call it that, where I'm literally going to rub my ink pad down the paper. So I'm not going to add any water today. I'm just going to drag it down a little bit. I don't want too much of the black. Just want to be able to drag it down a bit. So I want the top part to be a little bit darker. So I'm just going to go back over the top section, just to allow that to be a little bit darker. Now you do get a little bit of an effect anyway, because this is a mixed media paper, or cardstock, so it does have a kind of pattern to it already, so that already gives us quite a nice little effect. So we've got that at the top, and then I'm going to flip it round and I'm going to do the same, but this time with this colour. So as I said, I'm hoping that this is more, whoops, oh dear, now we're going to make a right mess, aren't we? Okay, did I mention that these are cheap ink pads? Oh man, right, okay, so this is going to be fun, isn't it? Just going to have to gently drag it backwards. Oh man, I might get slightly different pattern than I'm hoping at the minute then. Oh dear, never mind. It's all trial and error, isn't it? Right, so I'm going to be a bit more gentle with it apparently. Slide it backwards a bit. Okay, and then again I just want to make that top part a little bit darker. Okay, and then now try and flip that over. Okay, wasn't expecting that to happen. There we are. Right, so that's what we've got so far. Now I am going to use this stamp, and I'm going to stamp some clocks. So I'm going to use my larger VersaFine for this, just so obviously I cover hopefully a little bit more area. to stamp that. Oops. Oh man, I'm making the right pig's ear of this today, aren't I? And I know it's kind of black on black. It may not actually work, but we'll see. I'm just going to stamp that on there. Well, you can see a little bit in the background. I'm going to do a bit more. Like so. And then a bit more down at the bottom. Oh, well, might have to do that bit again. There we go. So we've got some clocks in the background. Now again, I realise it's looking like a hot mess at the moment, but apparently, trust the process, it will all come together in a moment. So I'm just going to give my stamp a clean. Right, okay, that will do. So we've got this going on. Then let's have a look, what do we want? So we've got this clock or we've got this clock. I think I quite like the grungier one, if I'm honest. So I think I might go with that one, and it's quite nice that it's got a little black border. Originally I was going to have her over this side, but I'm thinking where we've got that really dark splodge where my ink fell out and we've kind of missed a little bit of the stamping, we could possibly have this here with her kind of looking down. And we've still got the flower, so we can maybe pop the flower there, or do we want to use this flower? See, this flower I think just blends in too much now. This one kind of stands out, or we've got this one. So we could kind of have that, couldn't we? And then obviously we're going to have the sentiment as well. Yeah, and because she's got beige, I might go around the outside of this with Vintage Photo. So not too much. I don't want to kind of overdo it, but just might make it stand out a little bit more as well. Okay, so we've got that. I'm going to put a little bit of ink around the edge of her because obviously she's got those white edges. Okay, so we've got those. I think it needs something else. So I'm just going to have a look and see what else I've got. Right, so I have got this gorgeous doily, which I'm thinking, obviously not over the top, but maybe over the top of the card a little bit, just adds a bit of sparkle. I do I want it covering the whole thing? That might be quite nice actually. Yeah. Not sure how easy this is going to be to stick down though. Let's grab, what do I want to use? A glue stick? Yeah, let's give it a go. Okay, so I'm just going to apply some glue stick and see if that works. Hopefully the wetness from the glue isn't going to mess up the clock background too much. And stick that over the top. Okay, while that's drying, I'm going to put my little hands on here. So let's get 2 of these out. Now I know your minute hand's supposed to be longer than your hour hand, but they only come in one size, so we're going to have to just go with it. Right, let's grab a pokey tool. And I'm just going to go right in the middle. Certainly where I hope is the middle. Oh, and I forgot these are stickers actually, so that's going to make that a bit easier. Right, so I'm then going to put my thing through there. split my pin. Yay, and then we've got our hands. That's a cute little clock, isn't it? Right, okay, let's trim this down. I quite like this. I'm going to put this into my scraps, whatever I cut off, because this is a lovely material to use actually. There we go. Right, let's get rid of those pieces, bring that back. I think that looks really pretty as it is. I really like that. Okay, so we've got that. We've got our clock, which was going to go up there. We've got our young girl, who's going to go there. And our flower, and then obviously we'll have our sentiment. I think I want something in the middle of that flower. Right, so I've got either pearls or these gold things. I don't know if that gold is going to be too big to go in there. I mean, it kind of goes with that one. Oh, we got a smaller one. Yeah, maybe we'll use one of the smaller ones. Or what does that look like? That's a bit more subtle, isn't it? Oh, I don't know. Somebody tell me. Somebody tell me what they think. Okay, I'm going to go with the pearl. Now, I know you're probably shouting at me, telling me I'm wrong, but I'm going to go with the pearl. Right, let's get these bits stuck down first. Let's do the clock. This is a sticker. I'm quite sure they're stickers. Yeah, they are stickers. I thought they were. Go. Right, what way are we going? 5, 6, 12. Up that way. Oops. Maybe make sure that 12 is actually at the top. The clock was kind of off to the side for a second. Right. Obviously it doesn't really matter where the hands are, and then she was going to be kind of standing, looking down a bit. And then we're going to pop the flower there, won't we? I'm going to use slightly stronger glue rather than the glue stick. I'm not sticking the whole flower down, just that kind of raised bit. Just going to hold it there for a second. And then pop one of these in. And these do have a little sticky on them anyway. Yeah, I actually think that's okay because it's nice and subtle. It's not really bright, so I think that's fine. Okay, happy with that. Now we need a sentiment. Now originally I was going to use this and the black tape to write time stands still, but I've got a gold tape as well. Do I want gold? I might stamp it out in both and see what they look like. Right, so I think I'm going to do it on both the black and the gold just to see what it looks like. So this was a really cheap kind of embossing label. I think it was £5, and you got black tape and gold tape with it as well. So it really wasn't very expensive. I can't for the life of me remember where I got it from, but places like Amazon will certainly do them. So I'm just doing it until I can see the tape on the other side. And then I'm going to go with the sentiment time stands still. So I'm just going to wind it round, and I'm going to do that on both the black and the gold. Now I might speed this bit up because it is a slow process. Okay, so I've got it in gold. Time stands still. I did start to mess up. I actually did the wrong letter on that one. So I've got it in gold. And I also have it in the black. And I think I actually prefer it in the black. So I think I will go with black. Now I've got standstills here because, again, like I said, it was a bit temperamental. And you can't see the stands still part. So I had to redo stand still, but I've got time. So I'm going to cut the word time out. I've got time. Stands still. Time stands, whoops, still, and have it like that. And I think that's how I'm going to have it. So let's get those stuck down. Now these do have a sticky back. Time stands still. Okay, and there is my card. So this was week 23. The theme or prompt this week was time. So I've got my clock, I've got my girl waiting, I've got a beautiful flower, I've got clocks in the background. Just did a really simple sweeping of the ink pad, or it would have been simple if my pink didn't start falling apart, but hey ho, it didn't matter. I think it still turned out effective. I really love this overlay over the top. I think that just really has a nice effect with the background as well. So time stands still was the sentiment that I went for, and yeah, I think it's turned out really, really pretty. I love this card. Well, thank you so much for joining me. I hope that you really enjoyed watching the process here. If you have enjoyed the video, please consider giving me a thumbs up. It really helps out my channel. If you are not already a subscriber, I would of course love for you to do so. Make sure that you're also clicking that bell button, that way you are notified of any new crafty videos. Once again, thank you for joining me. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I will see you all in the next crafty video. Bye for now.